In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on November 29, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Pelicans versus Memphis Grizzlies. The struggling New Orleans Pelicans are set to travel to Memphis on Friday for a matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. Plagued by a slew of injuries early in the season, the Pelicans have stumbled out of the gates and currently find themselves at the bottom of the Western Conference standings. In contrast, the Grizzlies have managed to overcome the adversity of their own injury-filled 2023 to 2024 campaign and appear poised to reassert themselves as a legitimate contender in the West. The Pelicans recently suffered back-to-back defeats against the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors, adding to their woes. Looking ahead, they face a challenging stretch with games against the New York Knicks, Atlanta Hawks, and Phoenix Suns. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies are coming off victories over the Portland Trail Blazers and Detroit Pistons and are set to take on the Pacers, Dallas Mavericks, and Sacramento Kings in their next outings. The Pelicans are in dire form, having dropped 12 of their last 13 games. They are desperately looking to avoid a 7th consecutive loss after being routed by the Raptors 119-93 on Wednesday. Offensively, New Orleans has struggled mightily, shooting just 33.4% from beyond the arc and 75.9% from the free throw line. Defensively, they are allowing opponents to shoot 37.8% from three-point range while averaging 43.4 rebounds per game. Conversely, the Memphis Grizzlies are hitting their stride, winning 5 of their last 6 games. They enter Friday's contest riding high on a 4-game win streak after dismantling the Pistons 131-111 on Wednesday. The Grizzlies have been efficient offensively, shooting 35.4% from three-point range and 76.6% from the free throw line. Defensively, they have been formidable, allowing just 34.3% shooting from deep and dominating the glass with 48.1 rebounds per game. The injury report for the Pelicans remains troubling, with key players such as Jamal Cain, Jordan Hawkins, Trey Murphy, and Brandon Ingram all listed as questionable. On the other hand, the Grizzlies are still without Zach Edey, but star guard Ja Morant is expected to return after missing 6 games due to a hip injury. With Morant back in the lineup, Memphis will likely play at a blistering pace, as they already rank 2nd in the NBA in scoring and 5th in field goal percentage. Much of their success has come inside the arc, as their three-point shooting remains middle of the pack. The Pelicans, by contrast, have struggled across the board, ranking last in the NBA in scoring, 27th in field goal percentage, and 29th in three-pointers made per game. Their backcourt has been decimated by injuries to players like CJ McCollum and Murray, making it difficult to establish any offensive consistency. Defensively, New Orleans ranks among the worst in the league, sitting 27th in both field goal defense and three-point defense. Their inability to control the boards, where they rank 21st in total rebounds per game, only exacerbates their issues, especially against a Memphis team that is 2nd in the league in rebounding. New Orleans has been the coldest team in the league recently, suffering from injuries and a lack of confidence, as evidenced by their latest blowout loss to Toronto. On the flip side, Memphis is one of the league's hottest teams and is relatively healthy. This stark contrast is reflected in their recent scoring trends. The Pelicans have averaged just 100 points over their last 5 games, while the Grizzlies have been red hot, putting up an average of 132 points in their last 3 contests. From a betting perspective, the Pelicans have been a disappointment, going 6-13 against the spread and offering little to no value. The Grizzlies, meanwhile, have been reliable, covering the spread in 13 of their 19 games this season, including 9 of their last 10. With both teams trending in opposite directions, the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of tempo, Memphis is likely to control the pace of Friday's game, pushing the action with their 3rd fastest pace in the NBA. The Grizzlies excel excel at creating fast break opportunities, especially with Morin back to lead the charge. Although they do turn the ball over frequently, their ability to force turnovers, ranking 7th in the league in this category, gives them an edge over a Pelicans team that struggles in both areas. Memphis is scoring over 120 points per game in their last 5 outings and should have no trouble maintaining their offensive momentum against a Pelicans defense that is giving up an average of 121 points in their last 5 games. Both teams are strong on the offensive glass, with the Pelicans ranking 7th in offensive rebounding percentage and the Grizzlies 2nd. This matchup suggests plenty of second-chance opportunities for both sides. With Memphis's high-scoring offense and New Orleans' defensive vulnerabilities, the game is expected to surpass the projected total. Thus, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers versus Minnesota Timberwolves. On Friday night, the Los Angeles Clippers will head to the Target Center to face the Minnesota Timberwolves in an anticipated road game. The Clippers are riding high after dismantling the Washington Wizards in a commanding victory on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are looking to bounce back from a tough loss against the Sacramento Kings. The Los Angeles Clippers have recently shown a mix of results, defeating the Wizards and falling short against the Celtics. Their upcoming schedule includes challenging games against the Denver Nuggets, Portland Trail Blazers, and Minnesota Timberwolves. On the other hand, the Timberwolves are currently in a tough stretch, having lost to both the Kings and the Rockets. Their next 3 games will be against the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Warriors, presenting them with a chance to turn things around. The Clippers have been in exceptional form lately, winning 6 of their last 7 games overall. Their most recent performance, a 121-96 victory over the Wizards, showcased their ability to dominate lesser opponents. The team has been efficient offensively, shooting 36.8% from three-point range and 77.2% from the free throw line. On defense, they are limiting opponents to 33.7% shooting from deep and are grabbing an impressive 46.1 rebounds per game. In contrast, the Minnesota Timberwolves have been struggling, losing 7 of their last 9 games. They are currently mired in a 4-game losing streak, including a 115-104 defeat against the Kings on Wednesday. Despite their struggles, the Timberwolves have displayed solid shooting percentages, hitting 37% from beyond the arc and 80.1% from the free throw line. However, their defense has been less effective, allowing opponents to shoot 35.2% from 3 while managing only 41.3 rebounds per game. In terms of roster health, the Clippers remain without Kawhi Leonard, while Norman Powell's status is uncertain. The Timberwolves, by comparison, are relatively healthy, with Joe Ingles being their only significant absence. Despite their health advantage, Minnesota has struggled to capitalize, while the Clippers have continued to thrive. Los Angeles, led by James Harden, has been able to maintain a high level of performance. Harden, in particular, has been pivotal, scoring 43 points in the win over the Wizards and averaging 22 points, 8.7 assists, 7.2 rebounds, 1.6 steals, and 2.8 three-pointers over 20 games this season. The Timberwolves have failed to cover the spread in 10 of their last 12 home games, a trend that reflects their ongoing struggles. While Minnesota has the potential to rebound from their current slump, Los Angeles is clearly the team in better form. The Clippers' strong defense has been a key factor in their recent success. They rank in the top 10 in defending three-point shots, forcing turnovers, and securing defensive rebounds, all of which could be critical against a Timberwolves team that relies heavily on three-point attempts and has been prone to mistakes. Offensively, the Clippers are likely to create opportunities through offensive rebounding and efficient shooting. Given their defensive dominance, holding opponents to under 105 points in recent games, their offense won't need to carry the load to secure a victory. While Minnesota remains a talented team, their recent form and inability to cover the spread make it difficult to justify them as heavy favorites in this matchup. The Timberwolves are too talented to remain in this slump for much longer, but their current struggles make them an unreliable favorite. The Clippers have been playing excellent basketball and have shown they can win on the road. With Los Angeles covering the spread in 6 of their last 7 games, the Los Angeles Clippers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. As for the game's pace, both teams operate at a moderate tempo, neither pushing for quick possessions nor slowing things to a crawl. Defensively, the Clippers have been stellar, ranking 5th in defensive rating frustrating and holding opponents to just 101 points per game in their last 7 outings. Similarly, the Timberwolves, while not at last season's defensive level, have the potential to tighten up after several disappointing performances. Both teams are likely to struggle with turnovers, which could further slow the pace and limit scoring opportunities. Considering both teams' defensive strengths and moderate pace, this game leans heavily towards a lower scoring affair. In their last 7 games, the Clippers have allowed only one opponent to score over 105 points, and 5 of those games ended under the total. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are giving up just 108 points per game at home. The total has also gone under in 4 of the last 5 matchups between these teams, with 2 top 10 defenses squaring off and offenses averaging under 112.5. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.